Welcome back, students. In the previous class we covered typecasting concept. Already you know that typecasting can be classified into two types: primitive data typecasting and reference typecasting. Reference typecasting is also known as object typecasting. Already we completed primitive data typecasting in the previous class. So in this class I will talk about reference typecasting or object casting. Both are same. Reference typecasting or object typecasting, both are same. So let us see what is the reference typecasting. Here class is the reference data type. Class is the reference data type. Class is the reference data type. So class is user defined data type. Class is non-primitive data type, and class is reference data type. With respect to the class, we can create object. Without class, we can't create object. Here, class is the reference data type. It is used to store several values. It is used to store several values means, so whenever we can create object of the class, with respect to the class, we can create multiple objects. So with respect to the one class, we can create several classes. Using one class, we can create multiple objects. In Java, it is possible to create multiple objects with respect to only one class. With respect to the class, we can create several objects and multiple objects. Next one. So here it is used to store several values. Next one, converting a class into another class type is possible. Converting a class into another class type is possible through casting. Already you know typecasting, primitive data type casting. In the primitive data type casting, we can convert one data type to another data type. Like primitive data type casting, classes also to be converted one class to another class. So converting a class into another class type. So we can convert one class type to another class type. Suppose superclass to subclass and subclass to superclass. Like primitive data types. Like primitive data type casting is possible. We can convert a higher data type value into lower data type value, and the similar way lower data type value into higher data type value. In a similar way, we have to casting one class object to another class object. So converting a class into another class type is also possible through casting. In Java, casting two types: primitive data type casting. Data type casting means converting a value of one data type into another data type. Object type casting means converting a class into another class type. It is also supported by casting. It is possible through casting. But the classes should have some relationship between them. In Java, classes have some relationship between them by the way of inheritance. In Java, classes have some relationship by the way of inheritance. So in the inheritance, superclass and subclass have some relationship. So suppose if we create object of the subclass, in order to access superclass members and subclass. Suppose if we create object of the superclass only, we can accessing superclass members. Suppose if we create object of the subclass, we can accessing superclass members and subclass members. It is the relationship between superclass objects and subclass objects. It is the relationship between in the inheritance concept. Okay, so we have to cast one class type to another class type. In Java inheritance, it has some relationship. So relationship between superclass objects and subclass objects. So suppose example here, you can't convert a dog class into horse class. You can't convert dog to horse because both behaviors are different. Suppose dog slow running, horse is fast running, and behaviors are different. Horse yes and dog compared to any other animals, horse is fast running. So behaviors are different. Dog compared to dog class and horse class, both are animals, but behaviors are different. So we can't convert dog class into horse class. Those classes do not have any relationship between them. So it does not have any relationship between horse class and dog class. So, but you can convert college class into university class. College class into university class. So both the college and university have some behaviors, number of students, number of classrooms, number of departments. So both are same in the university and college. Suppose you have to take college and university, some behavior, some properties are same. Behaviors means methods, so number of sections, number of department, some behaviors are same, so it has some relationship between college and university. So college and university, you can easily convert college class into university class. Behaviors are same, it has a relationship. Both college and university have students, departments, faculty members. Okay, so it has some relationship. Since college is derived from university class. College is derived from university class. Suppose our college Vignan Laura, it is derived from university, it is derived from JNTU. So it is applicated college, it is applicated to JNTU. Okay, so it has some relationship between university and the college. So you can easily convert one class type to another class type. That's one. And you can convert a department class into college. You can convert a department into college. Department and college also have some relationship. Department and college also some relationship. So in our college we have number of departments: CSE, CE, EEE, mechanical, IT. So all the departments should maintain the relationship between college. So it has some relationship. You can easily convert department class into college. Since department is the subclass of college class. Here let us observe this one. Here university. University is the superclass. University is the superclass. In the university, college is derived from university. College is the class. College is the class. This class is derived from university. This class is derived from university. Here department is the class. It is the subclass. It is the subclass. It is the subclass. Okay, so department is derived from college class. It is looks like which type of inheritance? Multi-level inheritance. Derivation of a class from another derived class. Already college is derived from university and department is also derived from university. So it is which type of inheritance? Multi-level inheritance. Already you know multi-level inheritance. Derivation of a class from another derived class. Already in this figure, college is derived from university and again department is also derived from college. Here university is the superclass, college is the subclass, department is subclass. And the college in sometimes it may call as university is superclass, college is intermediate subclass, department is subclass. Finally our subclass is department only. So these three have some relationship. These three classes have some relationship: college, department, university. Generally, you know that college maintain the relationship between the university and the department also maintain the relationship between college. So, in college, department, college have some relationship. College and university have some relationship. So, you can easily convert the college class to university class and department class to college class. As well. So here typecasting. What is typecasting? Converting one data type into another data type is called typecasting. In the previous class we covered a typecasting concept. So we can easily convert one data type into another data type. So data type casting can be classified into two types: automatic typecasting or widening typecasting. Next one, explicit or narrowing typecasting. So first widening automatic conversion is we can converting lower data type value into higher data type. So we can converting lower data type value into higher data type. It is called explicit or automatic typecasting. JVM take care of this part. JVM automatically converting lower data type value into higher data type value. It is also called as automatic typecasting. So JVM take care of automatic typecasting. So in simply casting, whenever we assign a value to a variable using assignment operator. So we are using assignment operator, we have to cast it. So because lower to higher, suppose I am defining int x equal to 10. So next one, double y equal to x. Double y equal to x. So here whenever we want to cast two data types, so whenever we can converting two data types, so we can use assignment operator. Here already I am defining one variable int x equal to 10. So x is converting into double data type. the value of x is integer type. Integer data type is converting into double data type. Integer occupies how many bytes in the memory? 4 bytes. Double occupies 8 bytes in the memory. So 4 to 8, lower to higher data type. So whenever we convert the lower to higher data type, it is automatically converting. JVM take care of this part. So in that situation, we assign a value to a variable. We assign a value to the variable using which operator? Assignment operator. So here x is assigned to a y. The value of x is assigned to a y. So integer type is converting into double data type. Into data type is converting into double data type. So lower to higher data type. We can typecasting lower to higher data type. So lower means integer occupies 4 bytes in the memory, double occupies 8 bytes in the memory. So we can converting lower to higher data type. It is possible. JVM take care of this part. So here it is possible in Java. So in that one we can using assignment operator. The Java compiler checks for uniformity and hence the data types are both sides should be the same. Data type of both sides should be the same. It is necessary. Data types at both sides should be the same. So it is required only explicit typecasting only. In implicit typecasting or automated typecasting, it is not necessary. JVM take care of this part. JVM automatically converting value of one data type into value of another data type automatically. But so data type at both sides should be the same is required for explicit typecasting only. So if the data types are not same, then we should convert data types to become same as both sides. So if data types are not same, we can converting both sides. So it is the thumb rule. We can check both left hand and right hand side has the same data type exit or not. So then we have to explicitly typecast. So we can use cast operator. So to convert a data type, we use cast operator. To convert a data type, we use which operator? Cast means so braces. Cast means braces. So within the braces, we have to check both left hand and right hand side is same data type or not. Next one. So cast operator means writing data type between simple braces. Here, writing data type between simple braces. Cast. It is nothing but cast. Writing data type in simple braces, in double or anything. It is nothing but cast operator. So simple braces before a variable or method whose value to be converted. So whenever whose value, for example, which value to be converted, which data type to be converting. So on that one, whose value to be converting, simply we can mentioning braces, simple braces. It is nothing but typecasting. It is typecasting, data typecasting. Already you know that we covered in the last class. We covered in the previous class. So next one, subtype. A subtype describes the relationship. A subtype describes the relationship between different types that will lead to explicit recognition of substitution principle. Because in the Java inheritance, it maintains some relationship between superclass and subclass objects. So if we create object of the subclass, we can accessing superclass members and subclass members. But if we create a superclass only, we can accessing superclass member. It is a relationship between superclass objects and subclass objects. In Java inheritance, it has some relationship. A subtype maintain the relationship. For example, father and the child. Child is the subtype. Child maintain the relationship between father. Child maintain the relationship with father. So it has some relationship. It is nothing but a substitution principle. Suppose a type y will be a subtype. Here y is the subtype. Subtype means subclass. Okay. So x is the superclass. Y is the subclass. So here x is the superclass. Y is the subclass. Y is derived from x. Y is the subclass. X is superclass. Here what? Y have some own data members and member functions. So, but it maintains the relationship between superclass. So it has some own data members and member functions. But whenever Y class inherit the X superclass, all the variables and methods also they can access it because it has some relationship between them. X and Y have some relationship. So every subclass has some own data members and member functions, but it is a subclass. So it gets all the properties from superclass also. A type Y will be the subtype, subclass, and X is the superclass. Only if it holds the following two conditions. So it have two conditions. A variable of type X can be assigned instance of Y. A variable of type X can be assigned instance of Y. So it means, so Y is the subclass, Y is the subclass, X is the superclass. X is the superclass. Sometimes superclass reference can be assigned to a subclass. Suppose here X is the superclass. Here I am creating reference of superclass. X is the superclass. Here I am creating reference of superclass. X obj equal to new Y. So it means a variable of type X can be assigned instance of Y. So here X reference. So here we can create an object of the subclass. Y. Y is the subclass. That object Y is assigned to a reference variable of superclass. It is also a valid. So we can creating reference of superclass. That reference of superclass is assigned to a subclass object. It is valid statement. Next one is the resulting value can be used. So here the resulting value, the second condition is the resulting value can be used by the variable without changing the behavior. So here it should not be changing. Whenever we can creating object of the superclass, whenever we can creating object of the subclass, the object of superclass is assigned to a superclass reference, no change. So whenever we can call methods names through superclass object reference, so those methods could be executing. Suppose at the time of compilation, compiler checks if the methods are overridden or not. If the methods are overridden, that problem is resolved at runtime rather than compile time. This topic is which topic? Runtime polymorphism. I think you might be aware of runtime polymorphism. So it is a process in which an overridden method is resolved at runtime rather than compile time. Suppose in the compile time, if the methods are not overridden, so whenever we can call a method with the superclass reference, so what are the methods present inside superclass? Those methods could be executing. Suppose if the methods are overridden, JVM takes its own decision at runtime rather than compile time. This process is also known as runtime polymorphism or dynamic method dispatch. So it is runtime, it is upcasting. It is nothing but upcasting. So in this next one I will explain what is upcasting and what is downcasting. Here are types of castings. So casting can be classified into two types: widening or implicit or upcasting. So widening or implicit or upcasting. So like data type casting also can be classified into two types: implicit type casting, automatic type casting, widening type casting. So both two data type casting and object type casting, widening, implicit same, but through object type casting, implicit type casting is also known as upcasting. Already I told you upcasting whenever I explained runtime polymorphism. I told you what is upcasting. I think you might be aware of upcasting concept. You have clear with upcasting concept. Okay, so one more time I will explain. Let us try to understand here. So widening or implicit or upcasting. So converting lower data type into higher data type is widening. So generally what is widening? What is implicit? Converting lower data type into higher data type. Lower to higher means automatic or implicit casting. Next one, and it is performed by system. So as it is performed by system automatically. So in the through primitive data type casting, JVM take care of this part. JVM automatically converting lower data type value into higher data type value. In this one, no loss of data. So may not lose any data. So here is no need to put cast operator. So in this implicit type casting, So no need to use cast operator. No need to use cast operator because JVM system automatically converting lower data type of value into higher data type value. So in these implicit typecasting, widening casting, upcasting, no need to use cast operator. No need to use cast operator. Remembering these points, widening casting, no need to use cast operator. So whenever we can converting lower data type to higher data type, implicit typecasting is required. Whenever we can converting lower data type to higher data type, implicit typecasting is required. So in this one here, no need to put a cast operator. So hence it is implicit casting. It is also known as implicit casting. Lower data type. So coming to our topic, what is our topic? Object casting. Object casting or reference casting. So lower data type means subtypes or subclass. Lower data type means subtypes or subclass. Here in our concept, lower data type means subclass. So lower data type subclass is promoted to a supertype or superclass. Subclass object is promoted up supertype or superclass. Hence it is called upcasting. Note. So in inheritance it is known as generalization. One more time I will explain. Let us try to understand everyone. So it is confusing concept, but you try to listen, you have to concentrate, you can easily understand. So here types of casting, our concept object casting or reference casting, two types, widening or implicit or upcasting. So generally converting one data type into another data type is known as casting. So generally typecasting can be classified into two types, implicit automatic typecasting. So converting lower data type value into higher data type is called implicit casting. So here in this concept, so we need not use cast operator. It is also known as implicit casting, widening casting, upcasting. So our object casting, so converting lower data type means converting subclass to subclass promoted up to superclass. Hence it is called upcasting. In inheritance it is known as generalization. I think you have clear about object typecasting. Object typecasting also can be classified into two types, implicit, explicit. Implicit can also known as widening casting and upcasting. Here, let me explain a small example here, then you can easily understand. So you can get much clarity about these concepts. So here I want to write a small program. Class. So here I am defining one class 1. So in this class I am defining one method. In this class I am defining one method, public void show 1. So what is the body of this method? Here I am writing SOP system.out.println hi. Here I am closing method body and then class body. Next here I am defining one more class 2 extends 1. Class 2 extends 1. So class 2 extends 1. So in these 2 is the subclass, 1 is the superclass. In these 2 is the subclass, 1 is the superclass. So here 2 is the subclass, 1 is the superclass. 2 is the subclass, 1 is the superclass. So 2 extends 1. 2 have some own properties, but it extends superclass means what are the properties available in one class also they can able to access it. So here in this class I am defining one method. So it is public access specifier, public void show 2. What is the body of this method? Here I am writing system dot Here I am writing system dot out dot println, system dot out dot println, hello. Here I am closing class body, main method, sorry, show to body and class body. So here what we have did in this program. So here I am already I have written two classes, 1, 2. So here one is the super class. In the one class I have written one method, show one method. So here I am providing body of show one method. So here class 2 extends 1, 2 is the subclass, 1 is the superclass. 2 have some own data members, but it is the subclass. It gets all the properties from one class. So in this class also already I have written one method, show to method. So in this one, what is the body of this show to method? So here I am writing one SOP statement, hello. So next one. So here I am taking one more class. Class W test. So it is widening casting. Simply I am defining class W test, widening test. So class name means any valid variable name as ever wish. You can define any name, no problem. So in this class, I am writing main method, public static void main string aux array. Public static void main string aux array. After main you can open the curly brace. So here I am creating a reference of superclass. So what is our superclass? 1 O equal to new 2. I am creating object of the subclass. Here I am creating object of the subclass 1 O equal to new 2. So this subclass object is assigned to a superclass. This subclass object is assigned to a superclass reference. What is widening object casting? Implicit object casting. Implicit object casting means lower to higher. Implicit means lower to higher. So lower to higher. In our scenario, in our inheritance, lower means subclass. Higher means superclass. So we can converting lower class type to higher class type. Lower class means we can creating reference of superclass. So in this one we can creating reference of superclass. We can create object of the subclass. This object is assigned to superclass reference. So it is widening object casting, upcasting, and implicit typecasting. Upcasting. It is also known as upcasting. Upcasting means converting lower class type to higher class type. Converting lower class type to higher class type. So in our inheritance, lower class means subclass, higher type means higher class means superclass. So we can create object of the subclass. The object of the subclass is assigned to a superclass reference. So using superclass reference variable, here I am calling show one method. So here I am calling show method. I am closing main method body and a class body. So here O dot show one method means at the time of compilation. So compiler always concentrate on reference type. At the time of compilation, compiler always concentrate on reference type. Here reference type is superclass. Here our reference type O is superclass. And at the time of compilation, compiler checks if the methods are overridden or not. So if the methods are overridden or not? No, if the methods are not overridden. Overriding means subclass and superclass have the same method name exist, then the methods are overridden. In the superclass we have written one method, show one method. In the subclass we have written one method, show two method. Both method names are different if the methods are not overridden. So compiler always concentrate on different types. With the help of difference, here I am calling show one method. What is the body present inside show one method, that the body could be executing. So if you compile and run this program, finally if you get I on the console. But our topic is widening typecasting or upcasting and implicit object casting. So converting lower class type to higher class type. Converting lower class type to higher class type, it is also possible to convert using casting. In Java, it is possible class type casting also. Like data type casting, class type casting also possible. So converting lower class type to higher class type is known as implicit typecasting or widening casting or upcasting. Next, coming to the next one. Narrowing typecasting or explicit or downcasting. So here, converting higher data type. It is opposite. In the previous one, downcasting means converting lower type to higher type. It is reverse, it is opposite. Converting higher data type. In our classes, higher data type means superclasses. Into lower means subclass. Higher to lower. We can converting higher to lower. So data type is called narrowing. So in the narrowing, it have some it needs cast operator. So and it is performed by the programmer. As the user, so we can able to cast higher to lower. So we can cast higher data type to lower data type. So as a programmer, we have we are able to casting this type higher class type to lower class type. So hence it is also known as explicit casting. Means as the programmers so we explicitly cast. So system does not take care of this part. JVM could not take care of this part. So because it is higher to lower data type conversion. Here must and should we have put cast operator. So in this explicit casting we have to use cast operator. Higher data type superclass is drag it down and it is nothing but downcasting. So in that one we have to use downcasting. So let me explain a small example here. Here let me explain explicit typecasting example. You have tried to understand. So here I am defining one class. Class 1. So in this class I am defining one method. Public void show 1. What is the body of this method? Here I am writing system.out.println statement. System.out.println hi. S1. So here I am closing class body. Next here I am taking one more class. Class 2 extends 1. In this class also I am defining one method. Public void show 2. So here what is the body of the show 2 method? Here I am writing one SOP statement. System.out.println. Simply I am writing s.o.p hello. Here I am closing method body and class body. So here what we have to do? So here I am defining one class. In this class I have written one method, show one method. It is a public access specifier. Next here class 2 extends 1. Here 2 is the subclass. 1 is the superclass. Explicit typecasting means higher to lower. Higher class type to lower class type. In our inheritance, in our classes, higher means superclass, lower means subclass. So class 2 extends one public void show to method. So in this subclass already I have written one method show to method. So in these already we have provided a method body system.out.println and hello. Next here in our program I am taking one more class explicit typecasting means simply I am defining class name as class e-test. Here I am defining main method. So already you know that main method have three keywords: public, static, void, main, string aux array. Public, static, void, main, string aux array. After main we have to open the curly brace. Next here I am creating a reference of superclass 1 O equal to, so here I am using cast operator new 2. I will explain this statement. So here I am writing creating object of the superclass T2 equal to 2O. So here I am closing with the help of these object reference I am calling show 1 method and the show 2 method and the show 2 method. These are given. So here I am explaining one by one. So 1 O equal to new 2. So in the absence of this one, you might aware of so this one. So here I am creating object of the subclass. Here 2 is the subclass. I am creating object of the subclass. The subclass object is assigned to a superclass reference variable. The subclass object is assigned to a superclass reference variable. But our explicit typecasting means higher to lower type. Higher to lower data type. Higher means superclass to subclass. Superclass to subclass. Suppose in primitive data type casting, you might be aware of primitive data type casting. Suppose here I am defining double x equal to 10.5. So here I am converting in y to x. Okay, so here x is explicitly converting into y. X is explicitly converting into y. So x is it is wrong statement because so it is in this statement it raises an error. So explicit typecasting means we need to use cast operator. Cast operator means simply braces. So in this statement it raises an error. So we explicitly typecast. So it is thumb rule is applicable both sides. So left hand and right hand side is same data type exit or not. Otherwise at the time of compilation it leads to another. So here we explicitly typecast int y equal to int x. So here it is cast operator. This one it is cast operator. So it is invalid statement at the time of compilation it leads an error because we explicitly typecast. In that one we can using cast operator. Cast operator means simple braces. It has some thumb rule. So it exists both sides the same data type or not. So it checks both left hand and right hand side is same data type exit or not. Otherwise at the time of compilation it leaves another. So it is valid statement. So in this one double x is explicitly converting into int y. Here double x means it requires 8 bytes. Double x means it stores 8 bytes in the memory. It requires 8 bytes in the memory. So int means 4. So we can converting higher data type to lower data type. Is nothing but explicit data type casting. Higher to lower means explicit data type casting. Whenever we can converting higher data type value into lower data type value, sometimes it may loss of data. Whenever we can converting higher data type 8 bytes of memory locations to 4 bytes of memory locations, sometimes it may loss of data. Double x means 10.5 with decimal values. So we can converting 8 bytes of value into 4 bytes of value. Double X is explicitly converting into int y. So it is valid. Invalid statement. It is valid. So whenever thumb rule is applicable, whenever we can typecasting one data type value into other data type value, so it present both sides in the same data type or not. So that's why we can using cast operator. Cast operator means simple braces. So here int. So int both sides have same data type. Okay, it is valid statement. Valid statement. But here double X is explicitly converting into int y. So double means it occupies 8 bytes in the memory, int means it occupies 4 bytes in the memory. So higher to lower data type means sometimes it may loss of data. 10.5 converting into int means so it will print 10 on the or it will print 10 0.5. So 10.5 means so we may loss 0.5. We may loss 0.5. Sometimes it is also very important. It is a problem. Sometimes whenever we can converting higher to lower data types, we may loss of data. So here, so listen. So here I am creating object of the subclass. Here I am creating object of the subclass. So thumb rule is applicable. Both sides have the same data type or not. That's why here I am using 2. So thumb rule is applicable. It present both sides same data type or not. Same data type or not. Here it is cast operator. In this one it is cast operator. So here what is our present casting? Explicit casting or narrowing casting or down casting. Down means higher to lower. Down means higher to lower. Down means higher to lower. Higher means in our inheritance, in our classes, higher means superclass. Higher means superclass. Lower means subclass. Lower means subclass. Okay. So we can converting higher data type to lower data type. So higher data type O. O is the reference of superclass. O is the reference of superclass. So these reference superclass reference is converting into subclass. This reference of superclass is converting into subclass. Listen. Okay. So I think you have clear about this statement. Okay. So in this statement, O is the superclass reference. This superclass reference is converting. Superclass reference is assigned to a subclass object. Okay, so here subclass object O is assigned to a superclass object O is assigned to a subclass object. Higher to lower. Higher means superclass. So here superclass is 1 O. Subclass means 2 T. Okay, superclass object is converting into subclass object. We can converting higher to lower. Higher to low means we need to use cast operator. So cast operator means it is a thumb rule. Both sides have same data type. Both sides have the same class name 2. If the both sides have same class name 2. So after converting these statements with the help of these object reference, you have to call show1 method and show2 method. So if you compile and run this program, you can print show1 method body hi and show2 method body hello. It will print hi and hello on the console. Hi and hello on the console. It is object typecasting and reference typecasting. I think you have clear about these concepts. Okay, first of all, what is typecasting? Typecasting means typecasting can be classified into 2 types. Okay, so in the so far what we have discussed, typecasting. In Java, typecasting classified into how many types? Okay, first one is data typecasting. Or primitive casting. Second one is reference casting. Or object casting. In Java, casting can be classified into two types: reference data type casting, primitive data type casting, primitive data type casting, or reference casting. So primitive data type casting can be classified into two types. So primitive data type casting can be classified into two types: implicit type casting, implicit and explicit type casting. This casting is also known as automatic casting, widening casting. Explicit type casting is also known as narrowing casting. So in a similar way, reference type casting also can be classified into two types. So implicit or automatic or upcasting. So reference means reference or object type casting. So it is converting into implicit, automatic or upcasting. Next one, explicit casting means downcasting. Generally what we have to do, so we can converting typecasting means we can converting one data type value into another data type. We can converting one data type value into another data type. It is classified into two types, implicit and explicit. Implicit means lower data type value converting into higher data type. This is automatically done by the JVM. We need not take care of implicit typecasting. It is automatically converting lower data type value into another data type. In this one, we need not use any cast operator. Explicit typecasting means higher to lower. Higher value of a data type into lower value of a data type. Sometimes whenever we can converting higher value of a data type into lower value of data type, sometimes it may loss of data. So in this one, we need to use cast operator. Explicit typecasting requires cast operator. Implicit typecasting does not require cast operator. So whenever we can converting, has the programmer need not take care of that part, JVM could not take care of this part. As a programmer, as a user, we need to typecast higher data type to lower data type. Whenever we can explicitly typecast lower data type to higher data type, we can use cast operator. Cast operator means simply braces. It is a thumb rule. Both sides it is presenting same data type or not, it will check. Otherwise at the time of compilation it leads an error. Okay, so thumb rule means both sides same data type exist or not. Plus in the similar way we have to cast class type also. In Java class type is also possible. So we can converting, it is also two types, implicit casting, widening casting or upcasting. Next one, explicit casting or narrowing casting or downcasting. So widening casting or upcasting means converting lower class type to higher class type. Lower class type means subclass type to superclass. So in this one we can create a reference of superclass and subclass object is assigned to a superclass reference. So lower to higher. Subclass object is assigned to a superclass reference. Subclass is lower, superclass reference is higher. It is nothing but implicit or upcasting. Already we covered in the runtime polymorphism concept, so you might aware of runtime polymorphism concept. Next, coming to the downcasting, explicit casting and narrowing casting means converting higher class type to lower class type. Higher class type means superclass to subclass type. Superclass type to subclass type. It is nothing but downcasting and explicit casting and narrowing casting. So finally, in this class, what we have did. So already we started a typecasting concept. Now we have completed typecasting concept completely. So I think everyone clear about this concept. Thank you, everyone.